All right, good morning everyone. Melissa here. So I wanted to share a couple things before I talk about my topic today. So I was working with a bunch of kids yesterday. What a joy. What a joy to work with kids. Um, so it reminded me of my school days a little bit. I was with about 30 kids that I was helping to supervise, and you know, I just had such a joy getting to know these kids, playing basketball, playing cards with them, getting to know them, hearing this little girl tell me about um, her family life, her dad getting arrested, and her mom she missed, and she said she's probably out partying. So a lot of kids go to school and they have a lot of a hard family life, guys, and my compassion was just like so strong for these kids. And um, they clung right on to me. They drew me pictures and everything, so I brought those home. But anyways, I want to talk about things with your man. So I don't have grandkids, guys, yet. So again, that was a joy for me. It reminded me of when my kids were little, and of course, my kids were my kids. So of course, they were the number one to me out of all kids because they were mine. And so I enjoyed being with the kids, but I really enjoyed raising my own kids. I really did. And that is probably why I have not been in a rush to have grandkids, because I gave everything to my kids. Not everything as in material stuff, but I really worked hard at making sure my kids were engaged, they had structure, they were well taken care of, all that stuff. So, now when it comes to men, I want to talk about this a minute, ladies. Um, don't overgive. Do not do that, okay? It's okay to be Wonder Woman. It's okay to get a lot done. Use your masculinity to get stuff done, but you want to stay in your feminine. So when I was talking about a video here about talking to my SCORE mentor who had a situation, and he told me it's not the situation, it's how you deal with it. Same thing, ladies, in life. So when your husband, and I have forgiven him, but when he has left you pretty much for dead, I've had a couple people in my life do that. Um, it's not the situation, guys. It's not when you put, something in hot water, it's how it reacts, right? So we are told we will be going through the furnace as Christians. We will be refined, so to say. So just like it's not the situation, the same thing when a man leaves you. You can either be bitter or you can be like, you know what? Actually, this is the pathway to my own femininity even more. So rather than, feeling like, okay, you have a lot to take care of, which you do with a family and a home and, your husband who wants a lot of time with you, etc. You're like, wait a minute, this is the pathway that he actually left and gave me room for my being more feminine, being more, tuning into myself, having more self-care. So that's what you want to focus on, guys. When you have more time to yourself later, you want to enjoy it and be like, what? Don't cry about it. Be happy. You're like, yay, I have time to myself. And then if you want a man, not that you need him, but if you want a man, that's a whole different story. So if you are wanting to be in a relationship with a man after, you've had time to yourself, you work on yourself, you have a lot of self-care, that is a choice. And the word pursue is kind of strong for me, but you do want to initiate. I like that word better, initiate. And it doesn't have to be much. It's very subtle usually. You want to stay in your feminine energy. You do not want to chase a man ever. And you can be very subtle. So for me, getting a motorcycle helmet and thinking that I would ride with my husband again or my man, that is a subtle act. I am not running over there to chase him. I am not. It takes two people in a relationship to work things out. Do not carry the whole load. And when you have kids, don't, do a lot. I mean, I took care of everything with my family and I put them first. And that's why, we didn't have a lot of money. And that is the right thing to do. You put your kids and your family before yourself. Now, though, it's time for me. It is now time for me. And that usually happens later in life. It's time for you. It's time to stop helping other people so much. If you want to feel bad for anyone and have compassion, it's on yourself now. So, this is like the cleaning business, instead of having compassion for people who say they can't afford it, have compassion for the people who can't keep up with their home, or the people who have very busy schedules and they need a lot of help and they're willing to pay. Have compassion for them. So direct your focus on the right things. So, bottom line, ladies, do not ever chase a man. You can initiate, but do not chase, and stay in your feminine energy, because that is what is good for you. And that is also what attracts a man. It's not a woman who does everything for her man.